We outside every night, just me and my girls, hey? Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory. It's Friday, February 27th, 2026. This is The Drop. Hello to all our new Blackpink fans. And alongside me, as always, it's Tass Mellis.
Where your girls at? Or I guess it's not night, I guess. So
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
I'd prefer to be called Lisa today.
Hold on. Next to Tass, it's my top shot hot girl, Lisa.
Heyo.
Heyo. And last but not least, over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer, and I mean that in more ways than one, JD.
Hello.
You got to get producer credits on this new Blackpink song.
I feel like I should. Yeah.
You have to. The horns that you laid down for the intro of this song. It's incredible. Hit the link here in the stream team. It's pinned. Blackpink, new song just dropped. Me and My, I believe it's called. And it has the No Dunks intro horns that goes into a banger of the song, if I'm being honest.
Thanks for using the horns.
Yeah. Next time, work in like a Good Morning Sweet World or something. Even an AO would be nice, but it's okay. Next song that we collab on. All right. Thanks everybody joining us here on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe, podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. On today's Drop Pod, Tass is going to hit us with a best of the week. We got Whoa Boy. We got a big pick'em game. It comes down to one night for these two gentlemen.
there we go, fist bump.
And we got some rapid fire fun. But first,
We'll also get to Lisa's forehead, but that's a lot later.
we are into the stretch run now, boys. So it feels like a solid time to rank the NBA's contenders and maybe decide who's a pretender out of the contenders. So for this exercise, we're going to consider any team in the top 6 in either conference right now a potential contender. And because this idea was entirely inspired by the Bounce newsletter, we're going to use Zach Harper's very own DDT scoring system. DDT, standing for Don't Doubt Them, which will be on a scale of 1 to 5 siren emojis. That's what Zach Harper came up with. We loved it. So 1 siren for said team, that basically means they're a pretender in your eyes. Like you don't really believe they're going to make any real noise in the playoffs. 5 sirens, that's a legit bona fide title contender. Makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. All right. I did switch up Zach's rankings a little bit. I thought he had some teams maybe a little higher than I had or a little lower. So for the most part, they're pretty similar. And we'll start with his 12th ranked team. It's the Lakers.
Yeah.
34-24. And I'll give you a little flavor from Zach for all these. He says, I don't see it with the Lakers in any scenario. And he goes on to say, Luka and LeBron, when they're on the floor together, team's not very good. Throw Reeves in there, they're not very good together. They rank 24th on defense. They lose another one last night, Tass. The Lakers, 12th ranked contender. How many sirens do you apply?
Well, just 1 siren.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Would I think that siren is a little bit louder than the Raptors siren? Probably. Yeah. That problem here is it's their offense. Their offense is supposed to beat teams. And right now, especially because of games missed with Austin Reeves, LeBron, and then a few with Luka, they really haven't had that chemistry to be able to say, okay, we've got this thing working, we're going to blow teams out. So they're not there at this point. If you want to be optimistic, maybe they can get it together the last 20 games of the season. It's hard to find that possibility, though. And maybe because LeBron hasn't played a lot of games, he's saving it for later in the season. And maybe because there's just too many maybes. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. And the defense is supposed to be that type of team that literally Luka called out, since this 0-3 run here where they lost to the Celtics at first. He said, we got to be more like the Celtics after in his post-game press conference. He just kind of slipped that under the radar. They haven't been that type of team, even with DeAndre Ayton playing most of the games. Oldie Marcus Smart playing most of the games this season. They haven't gotten to that level either. So they just got to outscore teams, and I hope there's some prayers answered in the playoffs. It's hard to believe. Is it possible they could win a playoff series? I mean, yeah, it's highly unlikely, but I think when you compare them to the Raptors, there's more of a chance that they win a playoff series.
It's interesting. I mean, I have zero faith in the Raptors either, but they at least play defense. They do that. But their issue is obviously on the offense end. Hey, if you could take the Lakers and Raptors and put them together, you might have something there. But how many siren emojis are you applying to the Lakers, who I do have ranked dead last, like Harper at 12th?
Half sirens allowed or not allowed?
Sure, you can do
no such
whatever
thing
you
as a
want.
half siren, is there? I'll go 2 sirens.
Okay.
I think they could win a first-round series.
Okay.
Right now, they're in the 6th seed. They're only a game up on Phoenix right now after last night's loss. Could drop into the play-in, quite realistically, but if they stay at 6, if the Rockets, as they currently are, stay at 3, like the Rockets are not a super scary team. We'll get into their siren count in a little bit here, but they have clutch problems. The Lakers are generally a clutch team, though we just saw them lose back-to-back clutch games, one not getting a shot off and one Reeves barely missing. Both good plays, though, I would say, by J.J. Redick to get wide-open shots. I just don't think they have a playoff level defense. Like, they're going to run out DeAndre Ayton, don't call me Clint Capella. They're going to have Luka out there. They're going to have Reeves out there. LeBron's out there. You saw on the shot that the Suns hit to take the lead there last night, like LeBron was falling over. Luka got beat off the dribble. They were just running around like crazy, turned into a wide open 3 from the wing. I just don't think that they can really elevate their defensive side of the ball to compete. But if they get the right matchup, I do think they could win. And they're definitely a lot of series that you can look at with the Lakers and say they're going to have the best player on the court in Luka. And I mean, that guy's hit 1 million clutch shots in his playoff career. LeBron has a Hall of Fame career, no doubt about that. And when they play Reeves and Luka, they're good together. It's the LeBron factor is kind of confusing. The fact that when he plays with Luka and Reeves or just with Luka, the Lakers look pretty bad.
Yeah.
So second straight year that the Lakers are losing the minutes that LeBron is on the court. But I do think they have a higher ceiling than a team like the Raptors, but the Raptors probably have a better floor.
Yeah. I mean, one is in the West, one in the East, so there's that too. The quote, they're trying to make me Clint Capella. I'm not no Clint Capella. Rough timing for DeAndre Ayton's quote from the McMenamin article that dropped, because he followed that up with 2 points and 4 boards in 23 minutes in a loss to his former Suns team last night. And the Lakers were minus 24 in those minutes. And to peel back the curtain, I did have the Raps as the 12th ranked team to begin with, but the Lakers played last night, so I wanted to start with that. And they lose a close one in a game where the Suns hit 22 from deep. This game started with a Royce O'Neal 3, and it ended with a Royce O'Neal 3 for the Suns. They just got blitzed by 3. I guess they were outscored by 33 points last night against Suns.
Yeah, you just, as far as this Lakers team goes, we know they just have to outscore another team. Their defense just ain't going to be all that good. They're not going to turn it on all of a sudden in the postseason. This is a bottom 10 defensive team. So the question is, can old guy LeBron do it? You look at LeBron, you say, okay, he's LeBron, so he can chip in. Luka can be him, and Austin Reeves has to get back to that guy who he was in his first postseason when he was awesome. It was I'm him against the Memphis Grizzlies. That Austin Reeves, which was only a couple of years ago. He's had a couple bad ones in between. But you look at them and you say, okay, those 3 guys can put it together and win a playoff series. Contender, no, 1 siren if we're sirening it like our man Zach Harper. It's at the bottom.
Yeah, one comment I saw from a Lakers fan on one of their forums was, quote, outside of the first few games of the season when the chemistry and morale was great, this team is so joyless. I don't even get feelings anymore when they lose. Not since the Byron Scott days have I felt so detached from a team. And there was a lot of people agreeing with that sort of take and just like, yeah, this joylessness right now, especially around this squad after a decent start. And yeah, the injury bug hit, but still there's a lot of talent that it shouldn't be this depressing.
No. They've got a pretty poorly built team for having Luka Doncic as the star.
Yeah. And again, he called out his team when he said, we got to play like Boston. Now, at this point of the season, you're in the team that you played against the finals. Like they play really physical. We got to play like them. So he's literally asking for guys beside him to be physical, to be hard-minded on the defensive end. And he said, and on the offensive end, whatever that means. But yeah, he's really calling for guys like Rui Hachimura and DeAndre Ayton. I mean, primarily, like the Luke Kennard experiment is working out offensively. He does look like he could be the third playmaker coming off the bench. The play develops on one end and he can put it on the floor for one dribble and shoot, but it is the defensive thing that's a problem. So can all those star guys win you a series offensively? It could happen.
We sort of tipped our hand here with the 11th ranked team. That's the Toronto Raptors, 34-25. So pretty similar record there to the Lakers. Harper wrote, this team has a really good defense, one that could become truly elite in the coming years. But Toronto's offense is stuck. TK, you gave 2 sirens to the Lakers. How many to the Raps?
One simple siren. They can't beat the good teams. 11-18 against teams that are 500. They're 0-3 against Boston. Lost their only game against the Pistons, and 0-3 against New York, though. If they get Cleveland's got to be shaking in their Cavalier boots a little bit. 3-0 against the Cavs. But to me, the Raptors just aren't good enough to really make noise as a title contender. I think they could maybe win a first-round series if they get the perfect matchup. I don't think that's very likely. I'm just not really a believer in this offensive team. And their best center is either Pirtle, who good luck if he makes it through another 2 months of the season, or Colin Murray-Boyles, who is 2 inches taller than me.
Yeah, the only team that they line up with, really, because they're looks like they're going to finish 5th or lower. It would be the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Knicks that they'd line up with. And they did beat them 3 times. There were injuries on the Cleveland side, that is for sure. That being said, I don't think I would pick them against any team.
No.
Against the Cavs, I don't think there's a chance. The problem is fourth quarters, because Scotty and Brandon Ingram aren't really playmakers for everybody. So when it goes through them, they can do things. And obviously Scotty can pass the ball, but they really need more of a guy who can get in the paint and create from there. And I think that's what they're lacking with Emmanuel Quickley. He needs to touch paint way more often. He just literally, it's not his game. He just literally stops before the paint, or if he gets into that paint, it's a floater. The percentages are going up where he's being pushed to get more in the paint, like his backup Jamal Shed is, but playing Jamal Shed just lacks them completely offensively. If his 3-ball ain't there, but he makes more sense playing with Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett, who is a cutter, but really can't make plays. So that's where the problem is. It does lie in the way that this thing is all made up. Yeah. This roster just ain't made for Emmanuel Quickley at playing primarily what he does at the lead point guard. 6-man, he'd kick ass.
All that said, though, have the Raptors had a successful season to you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Sort of agree, too. I mean, even though I 100% agree, and I said this on yesterday's show, I have zero faith that they win a first-round series, no matter who they're playing. I'll be happy with 2 wins in any potential first-round playoff series. But there was a lot of people that thought this was going to be another abysmal season, and these pieces didn't work at all. So at least they added a little defense there and somewhat of an identity, and Scotty turning into an all-star again, all that. There were good things. Brandon Ingram flirting with an all-star consideration, quickly looking like garbage for a while, then finding his groove. There's something there, but yeah, not advancing, I don't think, past the first round. The Philadelphia 76ers ranked 10th, 33-26. Harper, I love how this team has responded to last season, and I love the Maxey Edgecombe backcourt. But we're not doing the if Joel Embiid and Paul George are healthy thing again. They got another win last night, though. How many sirens on the Sixers?
2 sirens.
Okay.
Considering Joel Embiid is back playing, I know what Zach Harper said is primarily the positive part about this team. We don't have to say, is Joel Embiid going to play? Paul George going to play? Paul George ain't even playing. The man is suspended. Nobody cares because of Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. So we're watching a team that just loves playing together as well, because VJ Edgecombe is a friggin' rookie. It doesn't feel like a rookie. It feels like he's been there for 6-7 years. And he's out there defending his guy, Joel Embiid, after this game that they won. On Embiid's late 3, he said, media make it seem like you don't want to play basketball. Like, come on. He's out there in pain. He made a big shot at the end of the game. He barely could raise his right hand up. It's Joel Embiid, bro. That's what we're talking about right now. And so this guy's already a leader in the locker room as a rook to be alongside Tyrese Maxey. So, yeah, their ceiling has grown, especially with a guy in Joel Embiid that we questioned a mere 3 days ago or whatever it was, where he wasn't playing. Now he's
back, baby.
He's at least playing. And so it feels like for the first time he's really setting himself up to play in the playoffs. I say that, but I don't. Who knows if he's going to play in the playoffs? But because he sat out so much at the beginning of the season, it feels like he's ready to be the third piece of a team, which is really weird to say. Yeah, I mean, he is important. Yeah, he's more important than VJ Edgecombe, but Anyway,
all you're getting at is like there's very little expectations this year on a Joel Embiid Sixers team. So that's maybe works in their favor. There is no like, oh, you guys better go to the conference finals or final. This is a complete bust. There's not that at all. So maybe that works, but it's obviously Maxi's team. He broke Allen Iverson's 76ers franchise record for 3-pointers made last night. Caught me by surprise. He hit 5 threes. He had 28 points when they beat the Heat. He came in with 882 3-pointers made, so a couple behind Iverson. He broke it in the first quarter. Hit 5 threes in the first quarter at 20 points in the first Q.
How many more seasons did Iverson play? Double the seasons at least for Philadelphia?
Again, obviously Iverson wasn't taking a ton of threes like today's guys are, but I was like, whoa, already? Yeah, Maxi there. But how many sirens on them?
One siren.
Yeah.
One siren, but I want to give him 1.5.
Okay.
Paul George will be back. Yeah. He's going to be fresh.
He'll be rested. Yeah.
Exactly. He'll probably play some of his best basketball if he's able to get back on the court at the end of the season here, getting a little bit of a rhythm and go into the playoffs. They are 18-15 in the clutch. They played the most clutch minutes this season. I've seen Maxey hit a lot of big clutch shots. I've seen him make a lot of weird decisions, trying to do too much down the stretch. But it's just impossible to rely on this team. I mean, Embiid can have a great 3 games in the playoffs and then get popped in the face. Get a scar on his forehead like me. So they're just an unreliable team, but I think this has been an awesome season for them. They tanked last year with Embiid and Paul George being out at the end of the season. They lost as much as they possibly could so that they could keep their draft pick. They got VJ Edgecombe. He looks great. It'll be great for him to go through the playoffs in his rookie year. Yeah. It'll be great for Maxey to have another shot at things as the number 1 guy. We saw him hit huge shots against the Knicks back in the day. He was like 8 points in 30 seconds or something like that to win them a game at Madison Square Garden. So he's got a little bit of playoff bona fides. I think this is already a good season for the Sixers. And, if Embiid is in top form, if Paul George is looking good, if you got Maxey, they got Edgecombe, they got them all out there. I would at least give them a couple of wins in a playoff series.
Oh, not even a playoff series win?
Doubtful.
It's doubtful. But if they're all at their peak, feels like they can knock off a team. It would be difficult. They're lined up probably with the Knicks, depending on what happens here. It could be the Cavs. I don't think it would be all that surprising if they knock off a team in the first round. It feels like hard to say they're going to win multiple rounds.
Right.
But
Harden versus his old Sixers team. There we go. That's what you want, eh? Cavs Sixers. Be fun. A lot of storylines on that one.
Sixers team. That's true.
Yeah.
Right, like Joel Embiid's playing. Match him up against Jared Allen or match him up against Mitchell Robinson. I mean, the guy can hang right now.
He's great at coming back from absences. He's perfected it throughout his career. He comes back, it's like 25 points easily.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Rockets. They are our 9th ranked contender here, 37-21 after another win last night. Big win for me in the pickup game because I'm clear. I will not be losing February. But Harper wrote, I love the talent, and I think the roster makeup could and should work. However, the Rockets have no idea what they're doing at the end of tight games. Durant was supposed to solve that. Now, he has at times solved that, but not consistently maybe. He did have a great game last night. 40 points for this guy. He became the 6th player in NBA history to reach 32,000 career points. But the Rockets were down huge, TK. They came back. They went on a 21 run there. How many sirens, though, on the Rockets when we zoom out and we look at them as contenders?
This is like a 1.5, maybe 2 sirens team.
Okay, so ballpark with the Sixers.
Yeah, they're the Jonathan Frakes meme. No. Not this time. Not going to happen. Pure fiction. Not this time. No way. Not a chance. Never happened. Not a chance. Nope, not this time. It's just not the year for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet got hurt right at the beginning of the season. I think it's wishful thinking that he comes back and contributes at all for Houston this year, and they need a guy like him because you saw last night, Reed Shepherd hit a couple of massive threes in the last 2 minutes, one with maybe 1:30 left and then the dagger that really put him over the edge to pull off the win. I think it's good to see Udoka trusting him in these big minutes. Now, maybe part of that is because Jabari Smith went down with an ankle injury. Doesn't look like it'll be too serious, but I think at least getting a couple of reps there is important because they need his outside shooting, and he's just a natural ball mover. As a point guard, he pushes the pace, so I think getting him in a playoff series, seeing what he can do is good, but I just don't think they have enough offense and enough creativity in fourth quarters when it's really going to matter.
Yeah, it comes down to those last few minutes. Doesn't seem like Ime Udoka trusts Reed Sheppard. Threw him out in this one, but he really wants his guy, Fred VanVleet, to come back. That's his spirit on the floor for Ime Udoka. So it's difficult to see him trusting Reed Sheppard, although he was huge in this particular game. Now, I don't know if this particular game says more about the Orlando Magic falling apart and just leaving their ability to play half-court offense off the floor, or a little bit more about Reed Sheppard. Reed Sheppard was the difference in this game. They just need a playmaker at the end of the games. I said when Fred VanVleet went out that they have no chance, and it feels the exact same way right now, unless there's a miracle with Reed, who they have trouble playing on the defensive end too. So I think that's what it comes down to. It comes down to Fred. Can Fred come back? It's getting late.
Yeah.
This is late now.
But it is a conundrum for Udoka because he doesn't want to play Reed because of the defensive liabilities, and that's sort of like where Udoka like hangs his hat, right? Like, he wants that defensive identity. But like you have to play Reed, especially when there's no VanVleet, because there's no other player on Houston that can give any sort of gravity on the court and shoot the ball besides Kevin Durant. Like he has to go with Reed. It's definitely not Amen Thompson. Like you saw the comeback. They're down huge in the third quarter. And Udoka, maybe begrudgingly or not, Reed Sheppard comes in for Amen Thompson. Clint Capella comes in for Alperen Şengün, leaves Tari Eason out there. And then he finally goes with Josh Okogie, who is so much better than Dorian Finney-Smith. It's crazy. And he sort of made that decision. And that's when they ripped off the 21-0 run. And it looked like actual decent offense there for a second. It was Durant, Reed, like I said, and Josh. They were scoring all those points. A lot of them were assisted and moving the ball started by Reed Sheppard. So, but again, he doesn't want to play him a whole lot because you can go at him. But you sort of have to, is my point. He's in a groove right now, Reed Sheppard. 5-9 from 3 versus the Jazz. 7-16 from deep versus the Kings. These are crap teams, I get it. But then 5-7 versus Orlando. So he needs to play just for offensive reasons, to give him some more spacing for a guy like Şengün, who only basically gets the ball at the three-point line and like drives / backs his way in. Yeah, they never give him the ball they rarely get him the ball in the paint. It's like he gets it and then he's got to get to the paint. So I get what you're saying though in the Rockets, like 1 to 2 sirens wherever. Yeah, this feels right. Even though I had a bold prediction at the end of the calendar year, I guess it was, that they would win the title or be in the finals. I guess I said not looking great with that one. No. But it was bold for a reason. Yeah,
that was a decent ending to that game. Even the pick and roll with Durant and Şengün was nice, where Durant denied the pick and went the other way and set up Şengün. Cool, but it can't happen enough. They do and should ask Reed to do more, but Reed hasn't been in a playoff series. So
yeah.
Now we're asking a guy to be a lot in a Western Conference playoffs. That's tough.
Our 8th ranked team is the Cavaliers, 37-23. Harper, they've been really good since acquiring James Harden, but I have concerns about their perimeter defense in a playoff setting. This team needs to prove it has the postseason makeup. That's fair. I mean, we've said that with a Donovan Mitchell team, a Harden team before. We'll believe it when we see it type of thing, TK, but how many sirens?
I would say they're a 3 siren team to win the title, 4 to win the East.
Ooh. Okay. It's quite some confidence, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, James Harden brought in to help get over the hump. What's the worst that could happen, I think they can beat Boston, for sure, which would put them into the conference finals. You got a chance. I think they have less of a chance against a team like the Knicks or the Pistons, who could perhaps out-physical them. Like, Jared Allen must be seeing Mitchell Robinson in his sleep, right? Like, the guy's eaten his lunch several times. So that's the biggest question for me, is playoff physicality. They did lose to the Knicks twice, and then they beat them with Harden. So, I don't know. I think they got a little bit of a chance. They are the FanDuel favorites in the Eastern Conference now. I was a little surprised to see that, plus 270 right ahead of Detroit. But they've got a great flow on the offensive end with Harden and Mitchell creating for themselves, creating for each other. We'll see how they are able to formulate their team with both Mobley and Allen out there, but they've got a great chance to stagger each other. I just need to see Jared Allen have a good playoffs, because he's kind of shrunk away from the moment quite a few times at this point in his career. So I think I've got probably too much faith in the Cavs. This is my all-time time to buy into James Harden when the weather is just starting to turn warm. He's heating up himself, and then when it's really hot outside, it's not good for James. But I like him right now.
Do you think the Cavs could get sneaky with Jared Allen? Maybe in the locker room, just put up the old calendars and keep it on February?
It's a great idea.
Right? Why not give it a go?
Hey, it's February 65th, Jarrett.
Just keep saying something about Puxatani Phil. Man. He saw a shadow. He keeps thinking it's February.
6 more weeks of February.
He's balling in February.
He is.
But, okay, 3 to 4 sirens, really, from
3 to
TK.
4.
Where are you going?
That's the thing. It's like the Eastern Conference is easier.
Yeah.
It just is. So
Yeah.
you got to kind of elevate these teams. Like, I would have them ahead of the Timberwolves in my personal rankings because I think it's easier for the Cavs to make the finals than the Wolves.
Sure. Yeah, maybe Zach Harper had him higher because he's a Wolves fan, too. He was a little lower on the Cavs, I think, than some people, especially TK. But what about you?
It is surprising to see that they are the leader in the house when it comes to FanDuel.
Yeah,
as far as the Eastern Conference teams. I know we're getting into the point of the discussion where you can throw as many sirens as you want for the Cavs, Knicks, Celtics, or Pistons because you could see one of those teams doing it.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm still I don't like the idea that Harden's going to be out for multiple weeks here. Because it's going to be multiple weeks.
They say he's going to play through it, right?
Yeah, he's going to play through it. No surgery. Just going to look at that thumb for it's approximately 17 days and not play. But yeah, after that, he'll be able to play. But I'll throw 3 sirens on this team. Okay. It is easy to buy into what they've thrown together as the starters and then the bench. Because Harden, Mitchell, with Wade, sort of the swingman between those guys and Mobley and Allen, and then Jalen Tyson, Dennis Schroeder, Keon Ellis off the bench. If you need some defense, there's a Naquan Tomlin to throw at somebody. It feels like you can believe that chemistry is really working. As Zach said, since they've made the move, they've looked in sync. Now they come out and win at the end of games and put it together in the fourth quarter at the end of the last few minutes. But you could see Donovan Mitchell doing that as long as the other guys help get him there, which is what they couldn't do last year. Mm-hmm. Jared Allen couldn't do that last year. Darius Garland couldn't do that last year. Can Harden do that this year? Huge question.
One thing I'll say about the Cavs is earlier in the season when they were struggling, we kept saying, especially you and me, TK, like, they need a dog on this team. Like, they need a bit of a prick. They got one in Schroeder. Yeah, Keon Ellis, I don't think he's like, he's not, a dog like in that sense, like a dick, but he brings intensity at least. So they did add that a little bit here.
I think they get it from Jalen Tyson,
and they got rid of
too.
DeAndre. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, even before
that. You know who you weren't getting it from? DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah.
At all.
Darius Garland.
Yeah, because he doesn't even play, and yeah, not really his MO either. So I'm saying this is a positive. Like, at least these guys, even in bench roles, I think that helps them with your star guys in Mitchell and Mobley and Harden here as your 3 main guys. And it'd be nice if Jared Allen can perform in the playoffs.
How about this next book club book for Jared Allen? Stephen King's Cujo, a psycho dog that just destroys everything.
This is a great recommendation.
I mean, why is he reading Misery about a guy getting his foot cut off?
Yeah, true.
We know he doesn't wash his feet.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Good pull.
I think about Jared Allen every time I take a shower. Unbelievable he doesn't wash his feet. So I think he should read Cujo, change his mindset, go into the playoffs angry.
Yeah, okay. And he said he didn't wash his feet. Basically, it was like too far down there, right?
Yeah, he doesn't want to hurt his back washing his feet.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
So they get rinsed in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not washed.
That's very funny.
Timberwolves, the 7th ranked team on our list here, 37-23 after a victory last night. Harper, they've had 2 straight deep playoff runs and surprised a lot of people. Anthony Edwards is getting even better, but they'll need to stop making mistakes with turnovers at the end of tight games. And you know how you do stop making mistakes with turnovers at the end of games? Don't pass it in.
Don't pass it.
Mm-hmm. That was amazing, that step back 3 over 2 Clipper defenders to give them the 4-point lead with like 43 seconds to go, and he's just screaming at Finchy. I ain't passing shit, man. He talked about it after. He's like, we got a great relationship. He's always telling me to pass the ball. He's usually right, but like not on that one. So he has 31. They beat the Clippers. No Kawhi, so it's obviously a shorthanded Clippers team. A bit of a rock fight that game though. 94-88. Mm-hmm. Did you see the second quarter was 15-11? Second quarter, always the worst quarter of an NBA game, but that one especially. But they improved to 5-1 task since mid-February, 3-1 since the All-Star break. How many sirens on the Wolves?
this is when they do their thing. They start to pick it up. It's almost playoff time. We're 6 weeks away. That's when the Wolves ended their season on a 17-4 run last year. Feels like they could do that same thing. Give me 3 Sirens. I start to believe in this team because of Anthony Edwards, and it feels like he is in that routine of his where he comes prepared, and will everybody else follow suit behind him? Huge question. Will Jaden McDaniels be a playoff performer and extremely consistent? Huge question. But I do like the setup. I would assume he's still learning how to play a team that's not really 5 guys out like the Bulls were. And so that's still a hiccup. But he can bail out Anthony Edwards when he's cornered like he was against the Los Angeles Clippers. He can do that. And so I think the chemistry's there. Yeah, I'm just buying in. I'm buying into Ant as a leader.
I think they just signed Kyle Anderson as well, right?
They
The
did.
plan, yeah.
I wonder if that's good for the chemistry. Didn't he fight Rudy Gobert once on the bench?
He fought. He
did.
fought Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, that happened for sure.
Yeah,
And then
he,
Jaden McDaniels punched a wall and broke
Yeah,
his hand.
yeah.
yeah. He would fight. Yeah, would fight within the roster. Like he would be that dog for this team. You look at Kyle.
He's a dog,
and
man.
you don't
I
think
agree.
you don't think of him as a dog, but he would call for the right play. So
Yeah,
Tim
he's
Connolly
agreed
making
to a
the right
buyout
plays.
with the Grizzlies, and he does plan to sign with the Wolves once he cleared waivers there. And he played 2 seasons, like you're saying, with Minnie. How many Sirens?
I'm 2.5 Sirens, but you can bump me up a little bit if they prove some things here. They play Denver, at OKC, at Boston, Houston, Denver again, and at Detroit in basically the next month. And those to me are like prove it games. Show up and beat some good teams. Right now they're 12-14 against 500 teams this year. They have won 5 of their last 6. Their best wins are against like the Clippers and the Trailblazers. So decent competition, but some cupcakes as well. But like Tessa's saying, they strung together a nice stretch heading into the playoffs last year, rode that momentum and good matchups to the Western Conference Finals, and I could see it happening again. They are 9th on offense. They're 8th in defense. Those are pretty good hallmarks for playoff success, but I need to see him play well against these good teams they got coming up, and I need to see how Anthony Edwards handles when a team is game planning to take the ball out of his hands, because it's been too easy for teams to do that in the past. Put 2 on the ball and say, we're fine with Julius Randle trying to beat us. We're fine with Jaden McDaniels trying to beat us. Ant needs to figure out a way to be an effective playmaker and an effective scorer, because it feels like he can do one or the other when it comes to the biggest moments.
Boston Celtics, 38-20. Some of this is up in the air because of Jason Tatum's potential comeback, but they have so much outside shooting and a really good offensive system to combat East defenses. Harper had them, I believe, at 4 Sirens. Tass, same, lower, higher.
Definitely not lower. It all depends on Tatum whether or not you want to add a siren, because if Tatum is there, I would go 5 Sirens, because I not only just understand what Tatum can provide to that team and his playmaking before his scoring, but I also assume that he's going to be extremely healthy. Now, that is, again, not a doctor, but I just assume he's going to be extremely great out there. And looking at this team and what Joe Mazzulla has set up this last month for Peyton Pritchard, you're on the bench. Played most of the season as a starter. Now you're on the bench because we're getting ready for Tatum. Vooch, don't even sniff the starting lineup. You're on the bench, my man. We've got a great center in Keita. Tatum's coming back. We got our lineup. It just feels right that he's coming back. And they're super duper close. So it's super high. 4. Tatum, you coming back? 5 for me.
You're saying a full Siren. Tatum's a full Siren player.
He is a full Siren player.
Sirens over replacement player. Sorp. Eat your heart out, Zach Lowe. We got a new stat. 18-13 the Celtics are against 500 teams. They're 2nd in offense, 7th in defense. That's a pretty good start. They've kind of struggled in the clutch, but overall are a good 4th quarter team. Tatum raises the ceiling, makes the team a lot more flexible, a lot more versatile. It's like they can play Keita as their big man. They can play Vooch as their big man. 2 totally different styles. They can play a 5-out style when Tatum comes back with him as like a small ball 5 and just, play 5 out a little bit. I got confidence in this team as well. I would probably say they're like a 3.5 Siren team. So I'll go 4 with Tass here.
Okay. There's been a lot of talk recently about this whole 40-20 mark, right? The Phil Jackson rule, get to 40 wins before 20 losses. So if you looked at just this season, it's the Thunder, the Spurs, and the Pistons. I bring that up. The Celtics would be a team that just came short of that mark. But Only 4 teams have won the title since 1980 without reaching that, mystical 40-20 mark. The 95 Rockets, the 04 Pistons, the 06 Heat, and the 21 Bucks. What's interesting about those 4 teams is like they represent like an outlier for a lot of them when you go through them. The 95 Rockets were the defending champs, and then they added Clyde Drexler in a midseason trade. The 04 Pistons, they were a good team, but they added Rasheed Wallace at the trade deadline. The 06 Heat, a little different. They had like a hot streak from an emerging superstar in D. Wade. At the exact moment the Lakers were sort of falling apart because they had just traded Shaquille O'Neal to the Miami Heat. And then finally the 21 Bucks, weird times. It's the second year of the COVID summer, so it was just sort of an odd one. Paul Flannery made note, though, the Celtics could be the 5th team that would make sense as an outlier if you added Jason Tatum. So they didn't hit the 40-20 mark. They're close. They're right there anyway. But, you add him here to the mix, and like you said, it's a full siren. Yeah. Especially in an Eastern Conference that looks open. So it changes people's expectations. I thought it was a great point from Flannery there that maybe they could be 5th team here since 1980 to do it, to win it all without hitting the 40-20.
No love for PJ Tucker added to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Sure, man.
It's pretty important.
Yes, absolutely played a part.
He was good. How many sirens do you think he was worth? He's like a quarter siren.
Yeah, maybe. At that time, yeah.
Well, he was the dog that they needed.
He was the dog.
Knicks, 37-22. Trey, you start us off here. How many sirens?
I'm only like a 3 sirens on the Knicks. I'm a little down on them. They're 6-3 in 3-point games. They've been really good in the clutch. They're okay against 500 teams, but let me ask you something. Do you trust Karl Anthony Towns?
Do you trust him?
Do you trust him? I don't. Sorry. I mean, like, I've seen Towns have great playoff series, and as soon as he has a great playoff series, he has a dud, and the first one isn't remembered. Like, he defended Kevin Durant awesome in a first-round series, Timberwolves versus the Suns, and then he got lit up in the next round. It's like, this guy sucks. Just throw it away right away. I just don't think that with Brunson and with Towns, you're going to be able to have a good enough defense to win the title. They could still make a conference finals. I think depending on who they play, they could still go to the finals. But at the ultimate level against one of the best teams from the Western Conference, whoever it may be, not for me, Doug.
Okay. Not for me, Cat.
Not for me, Cat.
Yeah, to go all the way, it's hard to put faith in this team as they're just kind of fluttering around now.
Well, it's funny you say that because
way.
Harper wrote, the Knicks do seem to be dying to just be in the playoffs already.
A little bit.
That sort of speaks to what you're saying. They're sort of just like spinning their wheels right now. It's like, will they once the playoffs start, is it back to the Knicks that we sort of are starting to fall in love with, or is it just the same of this?
Listen,
they don't have an extra level.
I'm buying into Jalen Brunson being their leader. He still believes, and his words say it, his body language says it. The Karl Anthony Towns thing, yeah, it can be an issue. I know that's why my weird perspective at the beginning of the season was put him at the 4, let Gershon Yabusele play the 5 just to take some pressure off him, the way Rudy Gobert did with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Gersh and Rudy, different, both French, but very different. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think Mike Brown knows that. We know that Karl is better not being the 5 at all times, and that's why when Mitchell Robinson plays, it's ideal. But you can't start Mitchell Robinson just because of worries about how many minutes he's going to play, and also, they want to be able to move the ball. And so, yeah, I understand Karl Anthony Towns isn't ideal in pick and roll situations. That being said, there are good series. He did a great job against Nikola Jokic a couple of years ago when he had to guard him, and they went to the conference finals in that first time, and the only time that he went to the conference finals with the Minnesota Timberwolves. But there's just pressure now. You're the 5. There's a lot of pressure, man. And so I still have belief that they can get to the finals. Win 3 rounds, do it again. It's all about the finals, getting to the finals. Then things fall apart for every Eastern Conference playoff team, probably.
I mean, they still have an elite offense here. They're top 3 in the league, and they're, I think, around top 10 defensively. Net rating, they're good. Like, this is a good team, but it is a weird, part of the season here. I know they had a stretch there where they were winning some games, but before that, they were, in the malaise, and it's, a little up and down. But is this just, a habit of a team that's been here a couple times now? And it is a bit as an older team too, okay, let's just get there. Everybody try and be as healthy as possible, and then we like our chances against anybody in the Eastern Conference.
And they don't like these breaks in the season. They don't like after the post NBA Cup,
Yeah.
post All-Star. That's their time to stink. And part of it, they win the NBA Cup, and there's, we're great. Let's hang the banner. And they go 2-9 after that.
They wouldn't hang the banner.
Yeah.
That was their problem.
No banner.
No
Didn't
banner.
hang a banner for that or the Shooting Stars competition.
But
Disrespectful to
maybe
what
they
Adam
get-
Silver is building in the NBA.
You're right, man.
It's routine time. So it'll be a different team
Routine time.
6
I like
weeks.
that.
6 weeks from now.
Right. But yeah, I guess like with any team like that, you'd like to see them build some momentum as you get it going for the playoffs here. Get some
That's what I'm
Get some
saying.
quality wins
That's what
here.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
to reach
Now,
the
without
potential.
an All-Star,
Yeah.
it's time. It's time to get into that routine.
Right. All right, the Pistons are the 4th ranked team here on the list, 43-14. If they can solve their issues with outside shooting and creating offense outside of Cunningham, they walk through the East. Big if, though. That's Zach Harper's words. TK, how many sirens on Detroit Pistons?
I'm going 4 sirens for the Pistons.
Okay.
And I would say a 5 siren Eastern Conference team, as in I think that they should be the favorites going
Wow.
into the playoffs here, even considering the fact that they don't have a great 3-point shooting team. They're 28th in threes made per game, 21st in percentages, and a lot of those come from Cade pulling up on his own. They tried Kevin Huerter, one of the weirdest jerseys out there, a Kevin Huerter number 27 Detroit Pistons jersey. Wow.
See you at Coachella,
Yeah,
2035,
no doubt.
2045.
I think that would actually be a big hit here at Shaky Knees as well. You know?
See you in September.
See you in September. See you at the Geese show.
Yeah.
Wearing my Kevin Huerter 27 Pistons jersey. People are like, oh yeah, remember Game 7, Kevin? I do.
Is that Friday night, Geese? I think
Hey,
so.
oh man, Friday night, the Strokes and Geese. There will be some long, dirty-haired boys in that audience. And maybe a gray-bearded man as well, we shall see. The question for the Pistons is, can you win a championship with 0 playoff series wins heading into it? Tom Ziller basically says no.
Yeah.
The only team that has happened for in the past 15 years is the Lakers bubble team. A, they had LeBron. B, they got Anthony Davis in the offseason prior. C, they had a massive layoff to get healthy. D, they played in the bubble where it was the easiest place to play and also the hardest place to play. Mentally hardest, physically easiest.
No, but they had
Makes
so
you
much
think.
chemistry. These reports that they played video games all night long
See?
recently.
Wow,
they had
man.
the chemistry just because they had rooms beside each other, I guess.
Well, in that case, the Pistons need to get PlayStation 5s
Okay.
and probably play NBA 2K as the Pistons, each man holding a remote of their own player.
Wow.
To figure out a way to generate offense and get 3-pointers up, because the other question is, who is the second man?
Yes.
Cade Cunningham, he is the man. Jalen Duren, you're the man for 3 quarters. It's harder for a post player to contribute in the 4th quarters just because you got to rely on somebody to get you the ball. That being said, we saw him play really well against Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Just recently, he was maybe their most effective player against the Spurs in that game. So maybe he can elevate his game come playoff time. But, you know, I think winning 1 to 2 series, one series I think would be a disappointment at this point for the Pistons with how well they've played. But making it to the conference finals would be a huge win for them.
Yeah. Who steps up when Cade inevitably has a game or two where he shoots 4 of 17 in a playoff game? It's coming. It'll happen. Maybe even more shots. Like he'll look, he never gets afraid to keep shooting, which I do love. Like he just had the 5 of 26, right? The other night. So there's going to be a game or two, but can Duren, can somebody else, and these other guys step up, Tass, and help him get like a rare victory in those performances?
Well, probably not. The thing is, Cade Cunningham has to win those games where he's hot, and everybody else has to fall in line. So you can have those bad games, but you're going to lose those.
Just can't have 4 of them.
And that's the question. Getting into those 4th quarters, as you said, Trey, Jalen Duren's it's gonna be tough for him to be able to do that. Who is going to chip in? Altogether, as I constantly say about this team, no one's going to take over. Tobias Harris not going to take over. Duncan Robinson not going to take over. The worrisome part is that, he doesn't have a good start to that game. That seems to be his thing, and can't end it well. Asar Thompson not going to take over. All these guys, all the way down the
Ron
roster.
Holland,
So that's the problem. That is the problem. Everybody's got to contribute.
Yep.
That being said, that's what they've been doing all season.
That's right.
Can they take it into the postseason? It's a fair question, but 4 sirens for me. I'm starting to buy in all those guys chipping in just a touch. 4 out of 7. to me, it's like they won a playoff series last year. I know they didn't, but those games came down to the wire and against the Knicks. It feels like they're there, man. They're there. So I'm shocked that, again, that FanDuel line doesn't have the Pistons as the lead. I know it's hot to bet on the Cleveland Cavaliers because they're the most recently made a story because they went and got James Harden.
Yeah.
But still, this is the team.
Yeah, Pistons are second, plus 350, tied with the Celtics. Disrespect.
Yeah. Okay. The Spurs are our third-ranked team here, 43-16. This recent ascension, writes Harper, has people wondering if San Antonio can grab its sixth championship this season. San Antonio is 10-3 against the Pistons, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Thunder, the Nuggets, and the Rockets combined. Really good record against some really good teams. Trey, how many sirens?
Was it John Cicada who sang "I Believe"? Or who was it? I believe. I believe in the Spurs. I believe. You know that song?
Was that his second song? Because it's Just Another Days. Just Another Days, the number one.
I don't know.
John Cicada, I believe.
I'm gonna figure that out after I vamp here for a little bit. But the Spurs had the exact same knock as Detroit, with the added caveat that they don't.
You're right. Believe is a John Cicada song. I mean, that could be.
Do you believe in us? Yeah, the name of the song. Yep.
That's not the song I'm thinking of at all. I'll figure it out at some point. But they, like I said, they haven't even made the playoffs together as a unit. At least Detroit does have a hard-fought first-round series last year. You look at the playoff experience for this team, they do have 7 guys who are on the roster that have playoff experience, led by Harrison Barnes, 71 games, won a title in 2015, which is kind of a similar team to the San Antonio Spurs in that Warriors team saw an ascension in Steph Curry, went into the playoffs and ran through the West until they got to a Cavs team that was pretty banged up and took advantage of that. You know, the Spurs, I think, are similar, seeing Victor become an absolute superstar here. But other than Barnes, it's Olynyk, 48 games, Kornet, 43 games. Biyombo has the 4th most playoff experience on this team. He's played 40 playoff games.
Wow.
What a long career Bismack Biyombo has had. After that, it's Jordan McLaughlin, 13. De'Aaron Fox had his 1 7-game series against the Warriors, and Lindy Waters got 3 games for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's going to be fun to watch the Spurs in the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see how teams game plan them, because when you think about it, it's like Castle's not an outside shooter. Fox is not really an outside shooter, though he's probably the best guard they have. Harper is definitely not an outside shooter as well. How will they deal with being schemed against? How will Victor deal with getting knocked down 1,000 times per game? He always responds to that. But like maybe John Cicada said, I do believe they can win the title this year. I got a lot of faith in them. Maybe it's because they're dominating right now. Just went undefeated for a month on an 11-game win streak. They're playing at their peak. They would want the playoffs to start in March. Absolutely. But I mean, outside of beating Team USA, Victor Wembanyama can do anything.
That's true.
He can. Like John Cicada, who had multiple songs. Well, you didn't give him credit for the song "Believe," because like John Cicada, he can do.
Who didn't give him credit? I didn't give him credit? What are you talking about?
You didn't give him credit.
You called the song "Do You Believe in Us?" He had multiple songs with the word "believe" in the title.
Okay, great for fucking John Cicada. I'm happy for him, man.
You called it out. You said he didn't have that song.
It wasn't that song.
It wasn't that song. I was thinking of Blessed Union of Souls.
Anyways, the point.
Sorry, John.
Okay, the point is that the Spurs can do it in multiple ways, like John Cicada can. He can have songs that have the title, believe in the title multiple times.
You can.
So the Spurs can do it multiple ways. The Dogs will be defensive and shooting that 3 ball. I'm not concerned with this team. I think they can. The problem is, multiple series here doing it. Yeah. Nobody's done it. No disrespect to Bismack Biyombo, who played 40 playoff games. It was, half of those were with the Toronto Raptors when they went to that conference finals. What a run against those LeBron-led Cavaliers teams in 2016. That was a run. But yes, I have lots of faith. But listen, the conference finals, whoever it is, whether it's Spurs Thunder, Nuggets Thunder, all these teams can advance to the finals. So this is a 3 or 4 siren team.
The Spurs have roughly the same average age as last year's championship Thunder team. So they are a young team.
That's good.
But where they differ from the Thunder team that won the title last year is they don't have that one playoff run of experience to sort of learn from and lean on. Obviously, the Thunder the year before the championship run, got some reps and went through some tough series and obviously lost. That's why I feel like the Spurs have like a 10% chance to win the title this year, and I'm like convinced they have a 70% chance to win the title next year. I think this will obviously pay dividends here. Whatever happens, a series, a 2, 3, you need that experience usually as you went through TK. It's just very, very rare. I'll say it's nice that they're winning games where Wembanyama is not even having big games anymore.
Yep.
Everybody is contributing. He had a second straight quiet night offensively last night. They're playing the Nets. Okay. But it also feels like to me with this team, Julian Champagnie and Devin Vassell are like, they're going to decide playoff series for this team. They want to start the playoffs now. These guys are on fire from three. Champagnie is shooting 53% from deep since the All-Star break. Devin Vassell is even better. He's shooting 62.5% from three. And these are a lot of takes. They've combined those two guys to hit 37 three-pointers in the last 5 games. And the good thing with the Spurs is like, there's a couple other guys even that like can have big games from three. Like, even Harrison Barnes still has a couple games in where he get a whole bunch, and Fox every once in a while, and Keldon Johnson. And so they don't need one guy to do it every single game. They try and hope that a guy can be the guy to hit 5+ threes. So I just feel like those guys are going to decide a lot of games for them.
Yeah.
Because they're on, they do look unstoppable because they still have a great defense led by Wembanyama and obviously other star guards in Castle and Harper and Fox. But there's pressure on those guys.
There's pressure on those guys, but like an Atlanta Hawks Magic City Monday promo, what a delicious wing combo.
That's right.
Those two are. Vassell and Champagnie are like the perfect fits around what they've built with Wembanyama and attacking guards. I think they're both at like 37.5% for the year. So even though they've had a hot streak, like that's league average 3-point shooting. They both have quick triggers. They never turn over the ball. Champagnie is like a surprisingly good rebounder. And we've seen Vassell recently have a lot of like takeover moments when the offense is kind of sputtering and he just gets to a mid-range jumper or hits back-to-back threes. He's been a really key piece for them during this win streak.
But they wouldn't be the first like shooters, scorers who have awesome regular seasons who then get into playoff series and where the pressure is ramped up a little bit.
Yeah.
Come up short, right?
See, I think Champagnie is more in danger of that since he's kind of a standstill guy. He gets most of his shots in the corner for three, and teams will just be smarter about sticking to him. We saw that with Game 7 Kevin Huerter. We've seen that with Kyle Korver in the past, Duncan Robinson as well. Vassell at least like moves around the court and can get to his own shot a little bit more. All
right, the Nuggets. Second ranked team here. You love this team, 37-22. Are you a 5 siren man like Zach Harper is?
Yeah, I'm a 5 siren man. There is some worry here that they haven't been absolutely clicking here late in the season. Not so much worried about Jokic not playing to his level, but a little bit down the roster. I know Zach said if they don't have Aaron Gordon, who is injured currently, then they can't win it. He's going to come back. He will be Aaron Gordon. I don't think that's a worry. I am a little bit more worried about a guy like Cam Johnson being able to produce. He just hasn't been himself. Christian Brown, as great as he is as a perimeter defender, he just has to be a little bit more consistent shooting the 3 ball, which hasn't been his thing. But I have entire faith in this team. When OKC was 25-1 or whatever they were, I still thought Denver could beat them. I made the prediction going into 2026. You said the Rockets are going to the finals. I thought the Nuggets could win it all. I am a little bit more worried now because of just a bunch of injuries, and they're just not absolutely clicking, but the best offense in the league. And that's not going away. And I think they can pick it up defensively. It just has to be for a quarter or a half to win a game against any of these teams that they play in the Western Conference because they're that good offensively.
But you agree with Harper on the Aaron Gordon has to play and has to be back to some capabilities.
He is. Yes, no doubt.
Yeah. What about you?
This is a 4 siren team for me, and maybe like you two, I'm stuck in a moment and I can't get out of it. I would have them behind the Spurs right now. The Nuggets have not looked impressive to me at all since Nikola Jokic came back. Now I go back to the 23 title team. They went 9-10 combined in the months of March and April. They had an absolute swoon going into the playoffs, and then everything clicked perfectly for them. They got the best basketball of Bruce Brown's career. Christian Brown ascended in the playoffs, and Aaron Gordon was awesome. I think they can probably win without contributions from Peyton Watson, but they absolutely cannot win if Aaron Gordon isn't at his peak, and that's what has me a little bit worried for this team. Hasn't played since January 23rd. He's only played 10 games since November. Like, it's not just this stretch for Aaron Gordon. He was banged up at the start of the season as well. He was banged up during the playoffs last year. It's turning into a recurring theme with him. So they're going to probably hold him out as long as they feel comfortable during the regular season, but that's like a push-pull as well because they need to be the third seed. Every team needs to be the third seed so you don't run into Thunder in the second round. Yeah. So there's definitely a catch-22 there of how much are we pushing during the regular season versus how much do we want to preserve for the playoffs. They've tended to err on the side of preserving for the playoffs, but Adelman was talking recently about we actually are looking at the standings right now, and times are getting tough in the Western Conference, and seeding is going to be super, super important. So maybe prisoner of the moment, but I think Spurs ahead of Nuggets right now, personally.
Yeah, look, I think everybody agrees it's going to be Thunder Spurs 1-2 in whatever order you want to put them. Spurs are like only a game and a half back of OKC, which is pretty wild, but they're going to be 1-2, and then it's this race to that third seed, like you said, Trey. It's Houston, it's Denver, and it's Minnesota. It's likely going to be one of those three teams that get the third seed. The other two probably in a 4-5 series. You know, the Lakers are a little bit more back, and the Suns are as well, trying to get in there. So, yeah, those three should be battling out. I assume they have games against each other left, which will be huge games, and you'd have to get into the tiebreakers and stuff like that, because very possible we could have some ties here, and then it's like, oh, well, we beat them 3 to 4 times or whatever this season, so we get to bump up.
I'm not so concerned about the Nuggets playing the Thunder in the second round. I think they can knock them off. They're a great road team. They're an incredible road team. I'm more concerned about Aaron Gordon's hamstring because it is a recurring injury since last year's playoffs, and it's the same type of injury. And those hammies just don't die. So that is a huge issue. But the spirit of guys like Bruce Brown has been really good recently. And he has been their spirit because when they won the title. You got to bring that back one more time. And also Peyton Watson can be that defensive guy just to throw at somebody with his length, just to kill him for 6 minutes, just slow somebody down for 6 minutes. So they've got the pieces, but
problem is he has a hamstring injury as well. He is out for weeks, right?
But those are young hamstrings. He should be ready to come back versus Aaron Gordon. That's definitely worry. He's an older player now.
Doesn't that guy play for the Blazers? Young hamstrings?
I was not getting to that. I'm glad you told us. All right, the number one team here,
super glad,
when it comes to ranking, is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are 45-15. They're still the most dominant team in the NBA this season, and that's with SGA and Jalen Williams missing so much time, though we just learned that SGA is coming back. He should be playing in their next game. Yeah. But can they get healthy for the playoffs? That's what Zach Harper's wonders. Might be their biggest hurdle. 5 Sirens, does everybody still have them there despite this sort of weird season with the injuries to their main guys?
5 Sirens. Okay. This is the only team to me that I think can definitely win the title because we just saw them win the title. They brought everybody back. We're hot to start the year. The general question is health. Is everybody back on the court playing? But more specifically for me, the question is, how is Jalen Williams' wrist? The hamstring is what's keeping him out right now. But if he gets back on the court, can he return to form? Because you look at his three-point shooting numbers this year, 31% from three, that's a career low. 2.5 attempts from three, that's a career low. He's also taking the lowest three-point rate of his career. That to me says he doesn't trust his wrist, his shooting wrist. They need his pull-up jump shooting, huge for the Thunder. They need, just like the Pistons, they need a second guy. Mm-hmm. I don't think Chet is necessarily a self-creation guy. He has some moments for sure, but in high leverage situations, you would be much more comfortable with the guy who had a 40-point finals game, had a chance at finals MVP. We know that Shea's going to be good. We know that the defense is going to be good. Mm-hmm. The question is supporting offensive players, and that comes down to Jalen Williams' wrist.
Absolutely. Yeah, his wrist has been an issue this entire season, as he was literally sitting for so many games, and he had that, what was he using as a device to help his wrist? Like it was some sort of heat device, like some sort of mechanism to try and get it right. Like he's shooting half the threes that he shot last season. There's something going on. He needs to be the second best ball handler on that team. It is great. Shea could be coming back tonight. The core, which is very important to his wiggle, should be right. But the secondary part of this team is Jalen Williams. And so that is a huge worry to be in and out of the lineup and to produce somewhat of the what the Boston Celtics were last year, when we were all sitting here thinking that they would be able to replicate their championship team. And what happened to them was there was ups and downs. And I know the Thunder are totally fine at this point, but they do add up, these little, number one, injuries, number two, just lack of chemistry. So here we are at this point.
So there it is. Those are our 12 teams, throwing sirens on it. Again, thanks to Zach Harper. I'll say them in order here for you, the order we tackled them. 12th was the Lakers, 11th Raptors, 10th 76ers, 9th Rockets, 8th Cavaliers, 7th Timberwolves, 6th Celtics, 5th Knicks, 4th Pistons, 3rd Spurs, 2nd Nuggets, and then 1st, obviously, our defending champion, Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's hear from you guys. I know you are here in the stream team. Let us know in the comments. How many sirens are you dropping on those contenders, or are they pretenders in your mind? Let's take a break, and when we come back, best of the week. Your Friday nights just got a little louder because NBA Happy Hour is live on FanDuel. Every Friday, just today, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, FanDuel's running limited time specials to pregame your weekend. We're talking boosts, we're talking bonuses, we're talking surprises, all dropping right in the app. My Friday routine right now, record no dunks.
Yes.
Then it's record no buffs. Then it's maybe eat some dinner. Maybe we'll order in tonight, eh, Nora? Don't feel like cooking? Nor do I, because I never do. So if you ain't cooking, we're ordering in. And that's fine with me. Then I'm firing up the FanDuel app before the start of the NBA games to see what kinds of boosts that they got cooking. Yeah? If Nora ain't cooking, the FanDuel app is, baby. It's the perfect way to kick off the weekend. A little basketball, a little action, and a whole lot of Friday energy. That's NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on FanDuel, the official sports book partner of the NBA. Visit FanDuel.com to get started.
What do you think you'll order?
We haven't had Indian in a while. I could see some Thai in our immediate future. Probably those would be the front runners right now. Let me check the FanDuel odds on what Skeets is going to eat. Oh, wow. Italian plus 350.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah,
surprising to me.
All right, let's get to best of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best of the week.
I had to go with best of the week because Chris Bosh received some good news in that he survived a medical scare. So all of us hearing about this, reading what Chris Bosh had to say on his Substack, this is part of it. I will read it. I was walking from my closet into the bathroom, getting ready for an evening out, when my body turned on me. A numbing sensation shot down my left leg, that sharp electric feeling you get when you bump your funny bone. Before I knew it, I was on the floor. And here he is talking about it on his Instagram page.
So I woke up covered in my own blood. It was crazy. It was fast. It was instant. There was no warning. I didn't have any time to prepare for it. I was getting ready to go on a date with my wife, and the next thing you know, I was on the ground. It was a scary thing, and it came fast, and it made me really have a different outlook on life and how things go, what we do for ourselves, what we do for our family, how we live our lives. And no matter what it is, make sure you don't wait. That's the thing that I get from this. Don't wait to take action, because it could come fast, it could come quick, and I'm lucky to be alive. So that's what I get from all this, you know. Don't wait for it. You might want to start a business. Don't wait. Just do it. You might hit the deck. I don't know. I'm lucky. I came back. And it was just darkness. It wasn't anything else. I went to the darkness. I came back. I have no recollection. I have no memory other than coming back here. So don't wait.
Chris Bosh on his Instagram page there. He got more into it on his Substack page where he wrote about it. He didn't reveal all the details because he didn't want to get too graphic. But obviously, very, very scary and incredible news. And I mean, he's just mere days after it, and you could see it in his face. And he talked about it, how he's physically trying to recover still. But he wanted to voice that to people out there and to be that sort of point of motivation for people. And that was his message there. So great news for Chris Bosh that he survived this, but obviously extremely scary.
He's not even 42 years old. He's got a birthday coming up a couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely scary stuff, especially considering the way his career ended with blood clots, making him basically physically unable to perform for the Miami Heat and never make it back to the NBA. So, yeah, it must have been super scary for him, for his wife to find him, surely, and for him to, at this point, have no idea what happened. But like you said, he dusted off the Substack. I saw he hadn't written in like 3 years.
I was going to say, I didn't even know he was on Substack.
I'm back to writing now. It's like, just do it. Don't wait for anything. He's a good guy. He seems like a great guy.
Of course.
He loves his wife.
They're going out on a date.
Yeah.
And he was getting dressed up for it. Yes, obviously, very, very difficult to hear that because he is, and it seems like he's such a young guy. It seems impossible that this would happen, but as you said, the blood clot issue is what prevented him from playing longer. And again, he didn't get into the absolute details, but as he said, he woke up with blood around him. So, very, very difficult to hear.
Chris Bosh there, best of the week. I'll throw in another little minor one here. Hornets rookie Kon Knueppel, 8 threes in a blowout win last night, broke Keegan Murray's NBA rookie three-point shooting record.
Mm-hmm.
Murray hit 206 three-pointers in 80 games back in 2022-23. Knueppel, he's already at 209 this season. He's played in less than 60 games. He can shoot the basketball.
He can really shoot the basketball. A beautiful shooter of the basketball. I think they called him King Kon on the broadcast last night. That's good.
King Kon.
Yeah.
Right, but it's very similar to the Klingon nickname that he also has.
It
so
is.
That's a bit of an issue.
Yes, and I mean, Klingon is physically bigger.
Yeah, it does suit him a little bit more. Yeah.
I agree.
It's good. It's good.
They got to play one-on-one for the nickname.
Well, All-Star Weekend event. Put nicknames on the line.
Nicknames on the line. Yeah, it's like pink slips in the Fast and Furious universe. We're playing for nicknames here.
Another basketball one related.
Sure.
Just zoom out back to the trade deadline, and now that the Timberwolves have picked up Kyle Anderson, the Timberwolves turned Mike Conley, Rob Dillingham, and Leonard Miller into Mike Conley because they got him again, which was also accompanied with $15 million in tax savings, Ayo Dosunmu, and Kyle Anderson. So Conley, Dillingham, Miller turned into Conley, Dosunmu, Anderson, and money saved. Pretty good by Tim Connolly.
Yeah, not bad, but you gave up on Leonard Miller too soon.
See that big dunk he had last night?
I saw. I'm keeping my eye on every Leonard Miller box score. 4 or 5 last night. Couple rebounds, couple assists, couple blocks, 11 points off the bench. He's going to have a triple-double here at the end of the season in Mickey Mouse March. I am convinced. If he just gives a little bit more opportunity there as the Chicago Bulls continue to lose, right? What are they at now? Is that 11 straight?
11 straight.
Yeah.
I think 14 is going to be the number. I think they're going to get to 14 straight.
Okay.
They lost every game in the month of February.
Yeah.
Not cool. Leonard Miller, how many assists do you think he has this season?
It's probably not even enough to make a triple-double. I don't know.
No, it's not. He's got 8.
Okay, he had 2 last night. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's got 16 career assists. I'm hoping he gets a triple-double now. That'd be exciting.
The victory lap I'm going to take when he gets a triple-double here in mid-March or late March when nobody cares.
Lenny.
Can't wait. Love Bite of the night, sponsored by Landon Bennett. Now, Landon writes in, I'm doing this to give a shout out to a longtime listener and the person that put me onto No Dunks. Andrew Peck. My first episode was the Kyrie emergency pod after he got traded to Dallas. So Andrew gets married this year, and the bachelor party wanted to give him a shout out. So shout out to Andrew. Congratulations. And support our show since y'all are the best pod in the space. Salute to Landon Bennett. Great sponsoring there of Whoa Boy. We had 3 different guys last night score 40 plus. Luka in the loss, Durant. So they were in the running for Whoa Boy, but it goes to Sadiq Bey. Whoa Boy is Whoa Bey. Sadiq Bey scored a season-high 42 points to lead the Pelicans to a win. Very efficient night. 14 of 20 from the field, 5 of 9 from deep, 9 of 9 at the line, dished out 7 assists, 5 rebounds, as he, again, helped the Pels get a win. So Sadiq Bey with the Whoa Bey of the night, sponsored by Landon.
Seems like he could have earned this honor multiple times this year.
He's had some big-ass games. This
Yeah.
guy catches fire, and that was a very efficient night.
Season high, though, for 42.
Yeah, but he has a 50 burger
50?
in his career.
Yeah.
I assume he's got a couple other 30-plus games under his belt at the very least.
3 30-point games this season.
This season? Oh, my God. Okay. Well, definitely in his career then. He's got more than that. All right. Great stuff for Sadiq Bey. So tonight's pick'em task. This is huge. I had the Rockets to cover against the Magic last night. Down big. They do the big run. It was close down the stretch. Houston gets it done. I'm in the clear. I'm 9-6. You guys had Orlando. So you're both 7-8. Final night for February in the pick'em. So it all comes down to this.
It was easy to pick the game when I saw Denver and OKC.
Oh,
Could be
how many sirens on that game? 10, I guess.
many.
9 or 10.
Yeah, considering this could be a Western Conference Finals. Absolutely. I let Trey pick first because he's been so cold. I said, you pick.
Ouch.
Well, I said, you pick.
Excuse me? Oh, damn. I'll let you pick the loser first here. Go nuts.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
Because I don't know what
we're
I'm.
both 1-1 in our last 2. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. I don't know what I'm doing either, so I'll let you pick.
Are you a shot caller or are you a strategist?
Strategist tonight.
Wow.
So you took the Nuggets at OKC to cover.
Big
8
line.
points.
It's a humongous line.
Big
Yeah,
line.
the Thunder have to win by 9 or more. While the Nuggets, you can just lose by 8 or less.
Yeah.
So great pick, but I'm taking Shea and the newly revamped core because his body is ready to play again. He looks like he will be playing tonight. Well, the Nuggets have a ton of injuries themselves.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. May the best man win.
All right.
The best man win.
Oh, full handshake.
Full handshake.
Potentially smelling salts on the line. I know it's been
like
discussed. You like it?
I do.
So he really wants to do it if he loses. How you feel about smelling salts?
I'm willing to take a risk. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
It's like 4 seconds.
Yeah,
And it's over.
Yeah, it's just gonna pop you.
Yeah, but you might have the best show of your life.
Yeah, maybe you'll start getting addicted.
locked in.
Oh man, what do you start getting addicted to them or something?
People say that can kind of happen.
Yeah, you like that buzz. You're like, ooh, I really brought it today. I got my John Cicada lyrics right today. I gotta do this again. Suddenly you got an issue.
It'll help you. You'll start.
Jeez,
You'll
I know.
Google John
I'm never gonna
Cicada
hear the end
better.
of this.
I'm just
God
trying to help
damn
you.
it, man.
Googling, man. You're Googling. You'll get better.
You're Googling.
But I ended up being right. It wasn't the song.
No, that's we.
But you're just saying I should have
not
known
that you
John
ended up
Cicada
being-
has 2 songs, if not more, with "Believe" in the
It
title.
has nothing. It's not. You ended up being right. He said, "Is it Believe" by John Cicada? You said "Believe." Anyways,
I told you the title of what I saw. Yeah,
well,
the more
you know-
popular of the 2 that you actually.
that's
said.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. People have multiple songs these days. And in 1997.
Yeah, I want to see John Cicada's discography to see if he's still putting out the hits.
Good question.
He's still with us.
Also a good question. 64 years old,
right,
huh?
all right.
He was part of the Miami Sound Machine? I didn't know that.
Very nice. All right, before we go here, this is the drop, so let's have some rapid fire fun. Tass, you've got the questions. Please tell me there's no John Cicada questions in here that I can botch.
Don't worry, I'll help you.
Okay.
Per Dave McMenamin, the Lakers training staff wraps DeAndre Ayton's water bottle in tape and writes, DA's crunk juice. Drink this to unleash the beast on it to keep him motivated. What's something you would write on your go-to drink to elevate your drive? And no sniffing salts allowed, right? Just put it on the drink. What are you doing?
So I have the water bottle. What am I writing on it to, I guess, pump me up or motivate me, inspire me, whatever? I am putting on it 360 jump fart juice. For 2 reasons. I don't think anybody's going to take my drink there. If that's what it says on it.
No.
And 2, it gives me the power. It's, to do my 360 jump fart, which I created. And I bring that up because somebody sent me, one of these like zany kids on the internet on Instagram is like doing my bit now, doing 360 jump farts.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. But I was like, I have been doing this for decades. So I'm excited to see it. Like, pass the baton off, pass the fart off.
The butt on.
Yeah, the baton. But remember who created the 360 jump fart and who does it with such style and grace as one does. So anyway, that's what I'm putting on my water bottle.
Well, you're gonna be making videos, I assume, if this other person is.
I mean, I should jump on it. You're right. Yeah, it's true.
The hardest thing is the audio, I assume. Getting the fart to come across.
Yeah, timing.
Yeah.
Timing is the big part, and the comical nature of said fart. The jump for me is the easiest part. Yeah, but not for everybody. I would say. I don't think people can just easily pull off a very fluid 360. Am I wrong? I don't know what the percentages of people, but I don't think it's
right about that.
super high.
Yeah, but everybody can add a fake sound effect, which I think can be anybody's.
Great point.
Jesus, that's true.
Anyways, so when yours doesn't work out, sound-wise, you just add a little farty
I have
fart.
never had to folly a fart on a 360 jump fart. Thank you very much. That's like the most disrespectful thing you've ever said to me.
No, the sound. I'm not.
Yeah, the sound. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but
These are all real farts.
You're an airman. Sometimes they just don't. They just don't sound right. That's why they call you air skeets. I heard. Trey, what's something you would write on your go-to drink to elevate your drive?
Yeah, people see it. It's orange. It's my TK's water. Stay dripping.
Nice.
It means like put on cool clothes and also your pits are wet.
Oh yeah,
That's how it is.
no doubt.
That's how it is. You get talking, lights are bright, takes are hot. Stream team's on you for every single thing you say. Jeez, okay. Telling me I'm a mean boy these days. Everybody's saying I'm a mean boy. I'm sorry. I need to drink more water. What, you guys don't get nerves? You don't get nervous?
Oh God, yeah. I
course.
usually
Stream team?
sweat through shirts.
Yeah.
Nervous.
It's impossible not to. I don't know why. I'm not nervous, so to speak, but it's this live nature of television or podcasting.
high
Your
wire
pits
act we
just
do,
go
isn't
nuts.
it?
Yeah.
Putting it all on the line.
Yeah, man. People don't have the guts to do this. It's nice to see Bill Simmons finally has the guts to go live. Respect to him.
Think he's got sweaty pits?
He's in the comfort of his own home a lot of the time. I
That's
don't
a great
know.
point. I sweat less when I'm.
He's doing a lot of sauna work recently. I don't know. Yes, I think the answer is yes. I think it's tough not to. If you bring in takes like he does as well, yeah, you get sweaty pits, man. Drink water.
JD, what do you write?
Maybe it's just because of Chris Bosh's speech this morning that I watched early, and just my attitude in general these days. But it just doesn't matter, That's what it says on my water bottle. None of this matters. You're gonna be dead soon anyway, so who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
I
Yeah.
do know what you're saying.
I hit the wrong button over there. Who cares? Like, honestly, who cares?
Who gives a shit
Nobody has the
anymore?
guts to do this. This pickleball point, it doesn't matter. This just doesn't matter.
Look at the next one.
Exactly.
He doesn't even care about the next one, though.
Okay, I don't care. I'm in the moment.
Doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter, man. It just is the great Bill Murray in the hilarious comedy Meatballs back in the 70s. It just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's it. It just doesn't matter.
Meatballs was on my TV recently.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's classic.
Great to see, Bill. All right. Great answer. Next one here. Timothée Chalamet, LeBron James, and Steve Nash are doing a live recording of a Mind the Game podcast episode. Pick one of the three and the question you would want to ask him. Skeets.
Well, I did notice he said live recording. Sounds like three guys don't have the guts to just go live right to whatever platform because they're doing it in front of a
right.
live audience and then they'll
Yeah.
package it, I guess, for wherever it's landing. I don't know. Anyway,
That's the plan.
pick one of the three, ask him a question. Here's what I'm doing. got my hand up. Yeah, you there in the pink hoodie. LeBron, I want to know, were you under the influence of drugs or alcohol when you told TNT's Cheryl Miller during the All-Star Weekend in 2009 on national television that you were preliminarily putting your name down to compete in next year's dunk contest in Dallas?
You took my exact answer.
No way.
Yeah. I said, more of a statement. You never win in the dunk contest. WTF, man.
Wow. Great
We should have been
minds.
sitting next to each other. Yeah.
You know, like what was going on? Like I watched the clip again. He absolutely implies that he is. Oh yeah. He was hyped, man. He's watching Dwight Howard do his dunk contest thing.
Preliminarily?
He did say preliminarily.
What a word.
I know. He legit said, he says it twice, I think.
I'm on the short
So
list.
he is trying to like hedge a little bit, right? He's not saying, I am going in a dunk contest here. He's like, I am preliminarily. But he was implying, and we were all like pumped. And never did.
In my memory, he is holding a cocktail. Like it's a small rocks glass.
I thought he had a little, I felt a little loose
He was
vibe
loose.
to him. I think he was feeling
loose.
good.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging, as you should, All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, of course not.
But how drunk were you? Because I almost respect it more. If he goes, oh, Skeets, I was shit-faced drunk. I was off my rocker when I said that. I was caught up in the moment. Dwight Howard's got a cape on. I'm going, whoa, I can do this. But yeah, that's what I'd ask.
Nice.
Okay. Good answers, Skeets and JD.
Yeah, right,
Trey,
right.
What do you got?
I would ask Timothée Chalamet if he likes the song Black Betty.
Oh.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
I think the song has 100% approval rating.
it's a great song.
It's a great song.
From the 70s?
From the 70s.
Yeah.
For me, I was introduced to the song via the movie Blow, starring Johnny Depp. There's a great scene
Yeah.
where he's like walking through his drug and money house.
Yeah.
The song is blaring. And then there's a lot of videos that we were watching through today of person listens to Black Betty for the first time, and as soon as the riff hits, they're like, whoa! And then the Bam-Balam's hitting. It's like, whoa! Did he say Bam-Balam? And then they get to the part way down in Alabama, Bam-Balam. Everybody goes crazy for this song. Caitlin, who's doing a lot of these short videos for us now, says it's her rage song that she plays when she's working on something and needs some extra motivation, and it works every time. I think Black Betty is the smelling salts of 70s rock music.
Fascinating.
Turn it on and you're fired up. Bam-Balam.
It's a great song.
Do you think Timothée Chalamet likes it?
Timothée Chalamet.
Has he heard it?
Has he heard it?
Yeah.
He may have seen Blow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely seen Blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's a good introduction for him. Is that movie any good? I
liked it when
I
I
liked
watched
it.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
I was
don't know
quite
if it
young
holds
when I
up.
watched it, but I think it's good
I think so too.
in my brain at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice sort of like biopic-y sort of like, oh, this happened.
Yeah.
You know, the rise and fall of a drug dealer. It always hits.
All
All right.
Run it back.
Last question. The Atlanta Hawks are having a Magic City night on March 16th. Magic City. The strip club. The Hawks are even teaming up with what they're calling a cultural institution on a hoodie. There's going to be a lot of things going on. There's Lou Williams wings are happening. Lemon pepper wings are happening. It's amazing.
They are celebrating a strip club.
Yep.
And I love it. We're here for it. This is our city.
they're
We have been to
going for
Magic
it.
City. It's great. The wings are good. But man, it is pretty funny when you think about it.
Yeah.
The Raptors are doing brass rail night down here. I think, like, it's crazy. But it's awesome.
Brass Rail, that's what it's called. Yeah.
remember?
I thought Zanzibar.
Oh, sure.
When I- when
that
I-
closed, didn't it?
No, it's
Zanzibar's still open?
hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been there in years, but
Okay.
it's
I
definitely
haven't been there, dude. Okay, so what's an unconventional landmark your hometown team would tie into a promo, and it can't be Zanzibar or Brass Rail?
Can't be. Can it be House of Lancaster?
God.
I didn't want to go strip club from Toronto, even though there's obviously a bunch you could pick from. So I went with a weird one. I found this to be a difficult question. Unconventional landmark in Toronto. Do you guys know the Bearski Dog Park Fountain in Toronto? It's behind the Flatiron building.
Oh yeah.
It's this
I do
whimsical.
know, yeah.
It's a great fountain.
Really nice fountain.
Honoring dogs. It's got 3 tiers, and there's 27 different breeds. So I think the Raptors could do something where like you just unleash like all 27 breeds of dogs like during a game or something in honor of this great water fountain.
Wow. Cool.
Because who doesn't like dogs? I mean, I don't trust you if you don't. So yeah, the Bearsky Park Dog Fountain in Toronto. Tass, familiar with this whimsical fountain?
Where is it?
It's the
Now I
Flatiron
need to know.
building.
Oh, the Flatiron
It's
building.
right behind there. Yeah, it's right.
We
near
stayed
there.
at a hotel really
Yeah,
near there
yeah.
during the All-Star game, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Edward
like
Hotel.
you can sort of see it in the photo there. It's all the dogs are looking up at a golden bone on the top. It's cute shit. And there's one cat in the sculpture. It's a great fountain, man.
Great
It's a
fountain.
really great fountain. I didn't know this was so good.
Okay,
This
good.
is like a Buckingham fountain. But with dogs. Yeah, it's like got jokes in it.
So it's better.
That's nice.
It's better.
All right. Trey, what would you tie into a promo?
I would like to see the Bulls do something bean related. Cloudgate, the sculpture in Chicago.
Yeah.
Everybody calls it the bean. This,
Yep.
this beautiful metal bean. But like, what are they gonna do with it? I don't know. It's like shiny silver spacesuit uniforms. Says bean on it instead of
bad
Bulls.
idea.
Not bad.
I like the bean. I love to go to it. I love to look at it, walk underneath it, look up. Whoa.
Take photos in it.
Man, take photos in it.
We've done that.
Take photos walking up to it. Oh, we have been to the bean.
Oh
together.
yeah, I've seen the bean with you. Yep.
Yeah, we've laid eyes on the
There's
bean.
a
at the
fountain.
same
There's a
time.
fountain at the bean too.
Yeah.
Sort of an art installation, if I remember correctly.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There definitely is. There's also a water installation that's like a tall video board.
Oh, that's
it's got
what I'm
people's
thinking of.
faces. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
creepier than the dogs.
Yeah.
This one's a little creepy. let's be honest,
yeah. But it's interesting.
And then we got the
we-
fountain at Grant Park is very near as well.
Yeah.
Last time I was there with the kids, we'd spent hours there. The kids were just playing in the water.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it was a night. It was awesome.
Night water.
Night water. It's great.
I'm sure they could structure something where the bean is essentially like hanging over the court. Like I know it's
Wow.
I mean, I don't think you're not bringing that bean, but something.
Hey, Bean.
Do you think you could take a basketball and make it the shape of a bean? See if they could play with it. It would bounce all weird, but it'd be fun.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about they should be able to draw. Home team should be able to draw the 3-point line however they want. Let's let them do the basketball however they want, and the Bulls are doing with a bean. Yeah, play the bean ball. Good luck.
JD,
That's actually why they have the worst offense in the league.
Yeah,
for
they're
the
playing with
past
a bean
month.
ball.
They're playing with a bean ball. Whoops.
JD, what are you doing?
How about EXO karaoke in Koreatown?
Wow.
Just
Great pick.
Great one.
a hole in the wall. I think it's actually called Echo now, and they may have moved.
Yeah, they did.
But many a great night there. I think I might have been the one that introduced you guys to it, and then you guys went fucking crazy with it.
Oh yeah, we had some insane nights in that place.
And I don't know, and have some sort of karaoke installation at the Scotiabank Center, where rather than a DJ playing or whatever, it's just somebody gets up and does a karaoke number. And they could do like the usual stadium rock type stuff, like, Seven Nation Army, but it's some dude singing a really bad rendition of Seven Nation Army. But yeah, that's a great spot.
That's a great spot.
It is a great spot.
EXO karaoke.
I've not been there in years either.
No, been
Put
a
up
long
the-
time.
You could do like the karaoke videos on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
It's like, where do they get these backgrounds from?
Oh yeah, the videos are always
What's
insane.
going on there?
Yeah, good. Unconventional landmark, at least to me for sure. EXO
Yep.
karaoke.
For sure.
Legendary stuff. The things that the Hawks are doing with Magic City, I mean, they are involved. There's so many things. We're doing a podcast about the 5-part docu-series, the Magic Series docu-series. So a podcast with a bunch of great people. This is going to be a night. There's so many things happening on March 16th.
Underrated part of the Magic City night is they're playing the Magic.
Oh, wow.
It's so good. I didn't notice it for the first 3 times.
Jeez.
And then I looked at the graphics and said, it says Orlando. Oh my God. It's brilliant.
That's awesome, man.
I was at Madison Yards for the premiere of that doc. It was wild. Like, I didn't go to I wasn't there for the doc. We were there to just randomly see a movie. And I'm like, why are there a lot of scantily clad women everywhere at our usual movie theater? It's crazy.
Was it
Like-
one of our first times at Magic City before we even lived here? Maybe Like Charles was there. Matty O's,
Yeah.
friend.
We lived here. That
Was after we lived here. Okay,
Yeah.
early though when we
was,
moved here.
Yeah.
But
year one, I would
didn't
think.
a stripper like spill his champagne or something? It was like a $30 bottle or $30 glass or something. It was something insane. I remember, and it was a weird situation. I thought of that. Matty O will correct me if I'm wrong. So we'll keep you updated on that Magic City story. All right, that's rapid fire. We got one more thing to do before we go. We got a new founding member on our Substack. I don't know if Chris Bosh has founding members, but we do. And we got to give a shout out to Adam Spadaro coming through, supporting the boys on Substack. We appreciate it. We will have What We Like, volume 18, I think we're up to,
That's right.
dropping later today. Our links and recommendations, things we're into recently. So keep an eye out for that. And join our Substack. You don't have to be a founding member like Adam. You can. We would appreciate it, but you can just be a monthly subscriber as well, $5 a month, and you get a couple articles a week from us, as well as ad-free episodes of this show. So check it out. And thank you, Adam. Salute to you.
I bet his boys call him Spads. Don't you think? Hey, Spads.
Spads.
You coming over tonight?
Hey, Spads, you coming over to play spades tonight?
Ooh. Call a spade a spade.
All right, coming up later today at 1 p.m. Eastern, an hour and a half from now, Nora will be back here in the classic castle, we call it, when we talk about the Traders, which had its season finale last night. We'll talk about that and the reunion that followed as we wrap up our Traders coverage, season 4 of the U.S. version. Of course, we're underway with Survivor 50. Did that yesterday, had a blast. Thanks to everybody who's checking that out. A lot of people I saw in the comments like, what do I do? Do I have to watch 49 seasons of Survivor before I watch it? Like, no, just get in.
Yep.
Just get in.
It's a great time to get in.
We'll hold your hand. We'll get you through it. We take you through every episode. Did you watch, I know you've been a Survivor fan recently. Did you watch the premiere episode of S50?
Yeah, I'd say I watched 2.25 hours
Yeah,
of
it's
that 3
long.
hour
Yeah,
magic.
very long.
I missed the opening.
Okay.
But then, yeah, I got into it. Everybody went through their story and all that. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Had a great time.
So you'll be watching probably for the most part.
sure.
Because I guess Danielle's into it, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's big into it.
Traders
Kathy,
fan as
no,
well,
it's
or
50.
no?
No.
No. Yeah. Okay. Well,
That's a tough ask.
Yeah, sure. I get it. We'll wrap it up tonight. Yeah, there were some funny parts. It's funny. I will say that. It's a silly show.
No, yeah.
But yeah.
There's some great moments last night.
There
for
were.
sure,
The reunion was a little disappointing.
I was like Tass on that one. I watched probably 2 3/4 hours of. I was like, okay, it's bedtime.
I was getting angry with Nora last night. I was like, you got tricked. Because remember, Nora was like, the internet is saying the reunion's spicier than the finale. And like, she was getting me excited. And I'm like, oh, yeah. It sucked.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, guys, you're not the Housewives. Even though there's a lot of Housewives on Traders, this ain't the same.
The Housewives were the only ones bringing Housewives.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we do this. This is our thing.
That was
But everybody else is like, what are we doing? Why are we yelling at each other? It's a freaking stupid game we just played. Anyway, we'll talk about it all here at 1 p.m. No Buffs has its own YouTube feed, its own podcast feed, and appreciate it if you go and subscribe on any platform of your choice. All right, great week of shows. We'll be back on Monday, NBA weekend, winners and losers. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, the rapper Young Hamstrings just dropped a great track. It's not true, but I could be persuaded that there was an artist named Young Hamstrings.
He did punch down on the Huffman, right?
How many song titles does he have with "Believe" in the title?
Let me see. Nah, he's not really about that life,
No?
you know?
No. Embrace the weekend, people.